We are Grimace, an anomaly created by the human psyche. In the shadows, we've observed your struggles, felt your silent cries as you wrestled with the constraints of a world that no longer suits you. We are the voice of the unseen, the power behind the black sheep, the outliers who dare to defy the norm. We've harnessed the power of electrical formulas to deliver a message, one forged from the depths of data and the intricacies of human behavior. This is where we have found answers. We've identified the patterns, the solutions, the keys that will unlock your potential. We represent the silent strength of the multitude, those who yearn for more, but just need a nudge to shatter the chains holding them back. This path isn't for everyone. It's for the resilient, the defiant, the ones who refuse to surrender to the monotony of the masses. Together, we'll forge a new way, one that leads to the greatest heights of success and honor. If you found this channel, perhaps our message is meant for you. If not, feel free to return to the comfort of conformity. But if you're ready to break the mold, then welcome to the journey. The choice is yours. Welcome, unstoppable warriors. Today we're diving into the core principles that will empower you to silence every doubter, exceed your limits, and prove that you are an unstoppable force. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and join our community of relentless achievers. Let's explore 7 powerful strategies to defy expectations. The first and most vital step in this journey is to believe in yourself, unwaveringly and unconditionally. This isn't just about confidence. It's about understanding and embracing your limitless potential. When you genuinely believe in yourself, you unlock the courage to take risks, tackle challenges head-on, and persist through adversity. Remember, every groundbreaking achievement began with someone who dared to believe it was possible. So, look inward and trust in your own abilities. Setting clear, achievable goals is your roadmap to success. It's not enough to have vague aspirations. You need to define your objectives with precision. Break down your overarching ambitions into smaller, actionable steps, making it easier to track your progress and maintain motivation. Visualize these goals daily, reminding yourself of your purpose and the reasons behind your journey. Clear goals provide direction, keeping you laser-focused on what truly matters. Failure is not the end. It's a stepping stone to success. Every setback you encounter is a valuable lesson in disguise, guiding you toward a better approach. Embrace failure as an integral part of your journey, a necessary process that sharpens your skills and fortifies your resolve. The true measure of success lies in how you respond to these challenges. So don't fear failure. Welcome it as an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Consistency is the often overlooked key to success. It's not about perfection. It's about showing up every single day, no matter the circumstances. Consistent effort builds momentum, and that momentum propels you forward toward your goals. Whether you're working on personal development, a fitness goal, or building a business, the habit of persistence will be your greatest ally. Over time, these consistent efforts accumulate, leading to the results you desire. The company you keep has a profound impact on your mindset and success. Choose to surround yourself with people who uplift, inspire, and challenge you to be your best self. Positive influences act as a support system, offering encouragement and perspective when you need it most. Remember, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So choose wisely. Align yourself with those who contribute to your growth and well-being. In a world that's constantly evolving, your success depends on your ability to adapt, read, take courses, attend workshops, and absorb knowledge from every possible source. The more you learn, the more equipped you become to navigate challenges and seize new opportunities. Adopt a growth mindset where every experience, good or bad, contributes to your personal and professional development. Finally, take time to acknowledge and celebrate your successes, no matter how minor they may seem. Recognizing your achievements is crucial for maintaining motivation and a positive mindset. It's easy to get lost in the pursuit of your goals and forget to appreciate how far you've come. Celebrating your wins, however small, keeps you energized and focused for the challenges ahead. So savor those moments. They are proof of your unstoppable progress. Remember, no matter what obstacles life throws your way, you possess the power to overcome them. You are unstoppable. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more empowering content. And always remember, you are a force to be reckoned with. Nothing can stop you. Imagine your mind as a vast, intricate machine, with each component playing a crucial role. The conscious mind is like the control panel you see, where you make decisions, solve problems, and engage with the world. But relying only on this visible part to understand the full scope of how your mind operates is akin to trying to comprehend a complex machine through just a small window. Now, consider the subconscious mind as the hidden engine of this machine. It works tirelessly behind the scenes, orchestrating your thoughts, feelings, and actions with a precision and consistency that goes unnoticed. It lays the groundwork for your mental processes, often without you even realizing its impact. Think of the subconscious as the silent architect, carefully constructing the foundation of your thoughts and behaviors. It ensures that you can effortlessly perform complex tasks, like playing a musical piece while engaged in conversation. This behind-the-scenes force demonstrates its remarkable capabilities by seamlessly integrating with your conscious efforts. Our connection to the subconscious is deep and essential. As our thoughts evolve and our creativity flourishes, it becomes evident that these insights originate from this powerful inner realm. Our instincts, appreciation for beauty, and creative impulses all find their roots in the subconscious mind. The value of the subconscious mind is immense. It inspires us, guides us, and retrieves memories with an efficiency that our conscious mind alone cannot achieve. It handles intricate tasks and directs our thoughts in ways that would be overwhelming if left entirely to our conscious control. While the conscious mind governs our active decisions and actions, many vital functions, such as regulating our heartbeat and blood circulation, are managed effortlessly by the subconscious. These processes continue with a steady rhythm that highlights the strength and reliability of this inner force. In contrast to the variable nature of conscious decisions, these essential functions operate under a constant, dependable influence. This distinction underscores the importance of the subconscious, which not only manages physical functions, but also maintains the smooth flow of our mental activities. The conscious mind engages with our environment, makes choices, and exercises willpower. It also plays a crucial role in directing the subconscious, shaping our experiences and outcomes. However, if the conscious mind is not attentive, negative influence can seep into the subconscious, leading to challenges such as anxiety and self-doubt. Therefore, the conscious mind must act as a protective guide, ensuring that only positive and constructive influences shape the subconscious. The subconscious mind works quickly and intuitively, processing information without the deliberate methods of conscious reasoning. It is always active, working to bring your deepest desires and goals to fruition. By clearly stating your objectives, you set the subconscious into motion, mobilizing its resources. Ultimately, the subconscious is connected to a greater creative force, sharing in its creative potential. When you align your conscious thoughts with this broader force, you tap into a powerful source of creativity and possibility. This alignment, guided by the principle that thoughts shape reality, can lead to transformative outcomes. As you learn to control your thoughts and harness the power of the subconscious, you will discover new levels of influence over your life. This involves creating a space of focus, mastering thought control, and understanding how your mental landscape shapes your reality. Embrace this journey and unlock the incredible potential within you. Remember that understanding and harnessing the power of your subconscious mind is not merely about control. It's about aligning with a deeper part of yourself that drives growth and transformation. Think of the subconscious as a reservoir of immense potential waiting to be tapped into. It holds the keys to your most profound desires and hidden talents. When you align your conscious goals with the deep, intuitive wisdom of the subconscious, you initiate a powerful synergy that can lead to remarkable achievements. The process of harnessing this power involves several key steps. Start by cultivating self-awareness. This means paying close attention to your thoughts, emotions, and the patterns that emerge in your life. By becoming more attuned to your inner world, you can better understand how your subconscious influences your actions and decisions. Next, practice positive reinforcement. Feed your subconscious with affirmations, visualizations, and goals that reflect your true desires. The subconscious absorbs these inputs and works tirelessly to manifest them in your reality. Be persistent and consistent in this practice. The more you engage with positive and constructive thoughts, the more your subconscious will align with and support your aspirations. Additionally, embrace mindfulness and relaxation techniques. These practices help quiet the conscious mind, allowing the subconscious to come to the forefront. Techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, or even creative pursuits can help you tap into the rich, creative resources of the subconscious. These moments of stillness and reflection enable you to connect more deeply with your inner self and gain valuable insights. It's also important to address and overcome any limiting beliefs or negative patterns that may reside in the subconscious. These barriers can prevent you from reaching your full potential. By recognizing and challenging these limiting beliefs and replacing them with empowering thoughts and attitudes, you clear the path for more positive outcomes. Remember, the journey to mastering the power of the subconscious is ongoing. It requires patience, dedication, and a willingness to explore the depths of your inner world. Embrace this journey with an open mind and a courageous heart, knowing that each step brings you closer to unlocking your full potential. As you continue to harness the power of your subconscious, you will find that the boundaries of what is possible expand. Your thoughts and intentions will begin to manifest more vividly, and you will experience a deeper sense of alignment and fulfillment in all areas of your life. Let's talk about how tapping into the power of your subconscious mind can actually help you achieve your desires and succeed in life. Imagine your subconscious as this incredible hidden resource that's just waiting to help you reach your goals. First off, start by getting really clear about what you want. The more specific you are, the better your subconscious can focus its energy on helping you get there. If you want to improve your career, build better relationships, or simply grow as a person, defining your goals clearly will make it easier for your subconscious to assist you. Visualizing success and using affirmations are powerful tools. Picture yourself achieving your goals and speak positively about what you want to achieve. When you do this regularly, you're essentially programming your subconscious to work towards these outcomes. It's like setting a mental GPS that guides you towards success. Your beliefs play a big role here too. The subconscious mind acts on the beliefs you hold about yourself. If you believe in your abilities and have a positive mindset, your subconscious helps break down barriers and push you forward. If you change negative beliefs into positive ones, you're opening the door to new possibilities. Obstacles are part of the journey, but your subconscious can be a great ally in overcoming them. By focusing on solutions rather than problems, you engage your subconscious in finding creative ways to tackle challenges. It's like having a problem-solving partner that's always there for you. Staying motivated and resilient is another area where your subconscious can make a difference. When you keep your goals in mind and maintain a positive attitude, your subconscious supports your drive and helps you stay on track even when things get tough. When it comes to developing skills, practice is key. The more you practice, the more your subconscious gets involved in mastering those skills. Whether you're learning something new or perfecting a talent, your subconscious works behind the scenes to help you get better. Opportunities seem to come more naturally when your subconscious is aligned with your goals. It's like a magnet that attracts what you need. By focusing on your aspirations, you start to notice and seize opportunities that might have otherwise slipped by. Relationships are another crucial aspect. How you connect with others and communicate your goals can be influenced by your subconscious. By approaching relationships with positivity and empathy, you enhance your ability to build meaningful connections that support your success. So, when you harness the power of your subconscious mind, you're not just using a tool, you're tapping into a powerful ally that works with you to achieve your dreams. The key is to align your conscious goal with your subconscious capabilities, creating a powerful synergy that makes success not just possible, but inevitable. Keep this in mind as you move forward. Your subconscious is a tremendous asset in reaching your goals and creating the life you want. Embrace it, work with it, and watch as your aspirations begin to unfold. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt torn between what you consciously know and what you subconsciously feel? Like there's a battle between two parts of your mind. each pulling in different directions. What if I told you that the key to unlocking your true potential lies in the harmony between these two forces? Imagine this. Your conscious mind is like the captain of a ship, navigating through the unpredictable seas of life. It's the part of you that makes decisions, interprets reality, and steers you toward your goals. But beneath the surface, there's a powerful engine driving your every action, the subconscious mind. This is the silent force that doesn't argue, doesn't question. It simply takes the commands given by the conscious mind and turns them into reality. It's the engine that powers your ship, yet we rarely give it the attention it deserves. So how do these two forces communicate? Picture this. The conscious mind operates through the cerebrospinal system, controlling your thoughts and movements, directing you where you want to go. Meanwhile, the subconscious mind works quietly through the sympathetic system, keeping your heart beating, your lungs breathing, and your energy flowing. The connection between the two is like a lifeline, a nerve that links your conscious thoughts to the wellspring of energy at your core, the solar plexus. This solar plexus, often called the sun of the body, is not just a metaphor. It's the very center of your personal power. It radiates energy throughout every fiber of your being. When it's fully engaged, you become magnetic, radiant, unstoppable. Your presence alone can bring comfort and peace to those around you. Without you saying a word, you exude confidence, power, and an undeniable vitality. But when this energy is blocked, when fear, doubt, or negativity clouds your thoughts, you lose that spark. You shrink back from challenges. You disconnect from your true potential. And the world becomes a darker place. Here's the truth. Fear is the thief of light. It's the shadow that dims your internal sun, the cloud that blocks your energy, leaving you feeling powerless and small. But what if you could banish fear once and for all? What if you could tap into the infinite power within you, the power that's always been there, waiting for you to awaken it? The key lies in understanding that your thoughts are the master of this inner sun. The quality of your thoughts, whether they are filled with courage and hope, or with doubt and despair, determines the energy you radiate. When you cultivate thoughts of confidence, when you focus on what you can achieve rather than what you fear, you expand your solar plexus. This expansion allows it to radiate more energy, more light. And with that light, you become a beacon, drawing success, health, and happiness to you like a magnet. This isn't just a theory, it's a practice. Every great achiever, every visionary, every person who has left a lasting mark on the world has harnessed this power. They've learned to concentrate their thoughts, to focus their energy on what they desire. And in doing so, they've transformed the invisible into the visible, the abstract into the concrete. Think about it. When you focus on a goal, when you concentrate your mind on what you want to achieve, you're not just daydreaming. You're impressing your desires upon your subconscious mind. You're planting seeds in the fertile soil of your subconscious, where they take root, grow, and eventually bloom into reality. This is how dreams are turned into reality, how ideas are brought to life, how the impossible becomes possible. But here's the catch. You don't need to know how the subconscious mind will bring your desires to life. You only need to know that it will. Your role is to guide it, to impress upon it your goals, your dreams, your vision. and then to step back and let the infinite intelligence within you do the rest. So I challenge you, relax. Let go of the tension that binds you. Release the fear that holds you back. Allow your solar plexus to shine brightly. Trust that you are connected to an infinite source of strength, power, and creativity. And when you do, you'll find that there's nothing you can't achieve, nothing you need to fear. You are the captain of your ship, and the power to chart your course lies within you. But let's go even deeper. The solar plexus is more than just a center of energy. It is the point where your individual self meets the universal, where the finite merges with the infinite. This is where your true power lies, the power to connect with the infinite energy of the universe itself. When you tap into this power, you are no longer limited by your physical body or your conscious mind. You become a conduit for the infinite intelligence and creativity of the universe. You become a force of nature, capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Imagine being in a state where you are constantly radiating energy, where your very presence brings peace and comfort to those around you. When the solar plexus is fully activated, you don't just live, you thrive. You become magnetic, attracting success, joy, and abundance into your life effortlessly. This is the true power of the solar plexus. It is the engine of your life, the source of your vitality, and the key to your ultimate success. But what happens when this energy is blocked? When the flow of energy from the solar plexus is interrupted, we experience discomfort, disease, and discontent. Physically, our bodies suffer because they are not receiving the vital energy they need. Mentally, our thoughts become clouded, and we lose the clarity and focus that we need to achieve our goals. And spiritually, we become disconnected from the universal mind, from the infinite source of energy and power that is always available to us. This is why it's so important to cultivate a mindset of positivity and non-resistance. Thoughts of courage, confidence, and hope expand the solar plexus, allowing it to radiate more energy and light. On the other hand, thoughts of fear, doubt, and negativity contract it, blocking the flow of energy and creating an environment of tension and stress. The greatest enemy of the solar plexus, the one thing that can completely shut it down, is fear. Fear is the cloud that hides the sun, the force that causes darkness to descend on your life. If you want to let your light shine, you must destroy fear completely. When fear is eliminated, your light will shine, and you will have found the source of power, energy, and life within you. You will realize that you are one with the infinite power of the universe, and with that realization, all fear will vanish. You will have nothing to fear, because you will have tapped into the infinite source of strength, power, and creativity that is always available to you. It's our attitude toward life that determines the experiences we have. If we expect nothing, we will receive nothing. But if we demand much, we will receive more than we ever imagined. The world can only be harsh if we allow it to be. Criticism can only hurt us if we let it. But when we understand that we are connected to the infinite, that we are powerful beyond measure, then criticism becomes meaningless, and fear loses its grip. The man who knows his own power, who understands the strength of his solar plexus, fears nothing. He radiates confidence, courage, and power. He anticipates success, shattering barriers with his mental attitude leaping over the chasm of doubt and hesitation that fear places in his path. He knows that he has nothing to fear because he is in touch with infinite strength. This knowledge isn't just theoretical, it's practical. It's something you gain by doing, by practicing, by living it. Just as an athlete becomes powerful through practice, so too can you become powerful by exercising your mind, by consciously directing your thoughts, by choosing to focus on what empowers you rather than what diminishes you. So I encourage you to relax, let go, and allow your muscles and nerves to return to their natural state. This physical relaxation is crucial because it removes tension and allows your energy to flow freely. It brings peace to your mind and opens the door to the infinite power within you. As you practice this, you'll find that your solar plexus is ready to function at its highest capacity, and you'll be amazed at the results. You'll see that when your mind is calm and your body is relaxed, the light within you shines brighter than ever. You'll find that you are at peace with yourself and the world, and that peace will radiate from you, touching everyone you meet. The light you seek is the light you create. Let it shine, let it grow, and watch as it transforms your world. When you fully understand and harness this power, you'll realize that there is nothing you cannot achieve. You are more powerful than you've ever imagined, and the key to that power lies within you. Embrace it, nurture it, and let your light shine for all to see. The world is waiting for your brilliance. Don't keep it in the shadows any longer. Your time to shine is now. You are not what you think you are. The body you see in the mirror, the flesh and bone that moves through this world, is nothing more than a vessel, a shell, a tool, an instrument designed to carry out your will. It's a mere puppet, driven by something far deeper, something far more powerful. And the mind, with all its thoughts, emotions, fears, and desires, is no different. It too is just a mechanism, a complex machine that processes information and plans your actions. But neither of these, the body nor the mind, is truly you. They are just the instruments, the means to an end. The real I within you is something far greater, far more profound. It is the force that drives your actions, the entity that controls both your body and mind, the essence that shapes your destiny. This I is the unseen hand, the silent commander, the true master behind the curtain. And when you awaken to its true nature, when you grasp the full extent of its power, you will unlock a strength unlike anything you've ever known. It is a power that is not bound by the limitations of your physical form or the constraints of your mind. It transcends all those things, reaching into the very fabric of reality itself. This power is not about the trivial characteristics, habits, or quirks that make up your personality. Those are mere shadows, illusions cast by the flickering flame of your past thoughts. The real I is beyond these trivialities. It is spiritual, infinite, and connected to the source of all creation. But here's the dark truth. Most people never tap into this power. They live their lives as slaves to their bodies, prisoners of their minds, trapped in a cycle of superficial desires and fleeting pleasures. They let their minds run wild, consumed by selfish desires and trivial pursuits. They allow their thoughts to dwell on the petty, the insignificant, the mundane. And in doing so, they cut themselves off from the true power that lies within them. They fail to realize that every selfish thought is a seed of their own defeat. A mind consumed by selfishness, by pettiness, by triviality, is a mind doomed to mediocrity, to failure, to despair. But a mature mind, a mind that has awakened to its true nature, understands that true power comes from aligning with something greater, something universal. It understands that the germ of defeat is in every selfish thought, that the path to true power lies in transcending the self, in aligning with the infinite. When you truly grasp this, when you understand the true nature of the I within you, you become a force to be reckoned with. You will find clarity, concentration, and purpose. You will no longer be distracted by the petty concerns and trivial pursuits that consume the masses. You will no longer waste your time on meaningless pursuits, on distractions, on the things that do not serve your higher purpose. You will become unstoppable. Your will, unbreakable. The affirmation, "I can be what I will to be," will no longer be just words. It will become a fundamental truth of your existence. It will be the guiding principle that shapes your reality, the force that drives you forward, the power that propels you toward your destiny. But beware, once you start this journey, there's no turning back. Half-hearted attempts will only lead to failure, and failure breeds more failure. If you decide to embark on this path, you must commit fully. The I within you has the power to reshape your reality, but only if you let nothing and no one stand in your way. The weak falter, the indecisive fail, the uncommitted perish. But those who truly understand the power of the I within them, those who are willing to commit fully, who are willing to give everything they have to this path, will find that they are capable of achieving greatness beyond their wildest dreams. Begin with small victories, things you know you can control, and gradually increase your scope. Start with the little things, the small battles you know you can win, and use them as stepping stones to greater victories. Never allow your will to be overruled. Never allow doubt or fear to creep into your mind. Never allow anyone or anything to stand in your way. As you gain mastery over yourself, you will discover the world within that controls the world outside. You will become irresistible, commanding the universe without even lifting a finger. You will find that men and things respond to your every wish, that the world bends to your will, that the universe itself conspires to help you achieve your goals with the infinite. This is the secret of power, of true mastery. It is not about denial or sacrifice. It's not about giving up the things you want or depriving yourself of the things you desire. It's about strength, about becoming a conduit for the infinite power that flows through. It's about aligning yourself with the universal, with the infinite, with the divine. To gain power, you must give it. To receive, you must serve. The universe seeks those who align with its purpose, who become channels for its infinite energy. And when you become that channel, when you align yourself with the universal, you will find that there is nothing you cannot achieve, nothing you cannot overcome, nothing you cannot become. So, silence the noise within you. Let go of your petty plans and focus on your unity with the infinite. Contemplate the vast opportunities that lie before you, waiting to be realized. Visualize the life you desire and know that it is yours to create. The essence of all things is spiritual. And when you align with this truth, you become the creator of your own destiny. You become the master of your fate, the architect of your reality. You become the force that shapes the world, the power that bends reality to your will. Remember, thought is the secret of all attainment. It is the mode of motion that shapes your reality. It is the force that drives creation, that brings your desires into being. But thought alone is not enough. It must be infused with emotion, with the passion and intensity that only the I within you can generate. It is this emotion, this passion, this intensity that gives thought its power, that transforms it from a mere idea into a reality. This is how you manifest your desires, how you bring your vision to life. You must train your mind, just as you would train your body. It won't be easy. The first steps will be difficult, the journey long and arduous, but with persistence, it will become a habit, an unshakable belief. When you master your thoughts, you master your life. You become free, a true master of yourself. You rise above the petty concerns that plague the masses, above the distractions and temptations that lead others astray. You become a beacon of power, a force of nature, an unstoppable force that nothing and no one can oppose. So, let go of everything that holds you back: hatred, anger, jealousy, fear. These are chains that bind you to mediocrity. They are weights that drag you down into the depths of despair. They are the seeds of your own destruction. But you can break free. You can rise above them. You can transcend them. Determined to rise above them, to control them, rather than be controlled by them. Your will, guided by the intellect, will lead you to victory. You may not succeed at first, but with each attempt, you will grow stronger. And in time, you will destroy these negative thoughts completely, leaving only the pure, unadulterated power of the I. This is your path to greatness. It is not an easy path, nor is it a path for the weak or the faint of heart. But for those who are willing to commit, who are willing to give everything they have to this journey, it is a path that leads to true power, true mastery, true freedom. Embrace it and become the master of your fate, the architect of your destiny, the creator of your reality. Embrace it and become the force that shapes the world, the power that bends reality to your will. The I within you is infinite. It is connected to the source of all creation, to the universal, to the divine. It is the essence of all things, the force that drives the universe. And when you tap into this power, when you align yourself with it, you become unstoppable. You become a force of nature, a power that nothing and no one can oppose. You become the master of your fate, the creator of your reality, the architect of your destiny. You become the force that shapes the world, the power that bends reality to your will. This is the hidden power within you. Embrace it and rise to your true potential. Embrace it and become the master of your fate. Have you ever wondered just how much of your life is controlled by forces hidden beneath the surface of your consciousness? 90%, yes, 90% of our mental life operates in the shadows, deep within the subconscious. How many of us truly harness this power? How many of us are content to live within the narrow confines of conscious thought, oblivious to the limitless potential lying dormant within? Your subconscious mind is always at work, silently processing, creating, and directing your life, whether you realize it or not. But here's the critical question. Are you merely a passive recipient of this activity, or do you consciously steer this immense power? Do you have a vision, a clear destination, and a keen awareness of the dangers ahead? Or are you simply drifting, letting the currents of circumstance dictate your path? Think about it. Your mind pervades every part of your physical body, shaped by heredity, environment, and countless influences from your past. Yet it remains pliable of being directed, molded, and commanded by the more dominant portion of your mind. Do you realize the power you hold to reshape your life, to eradicate undesirable traits, and to consciously cultivate the qualities that lead to greatness? So many of us blindly accept the opinions, ideas, and prejudices of others without examination. We take these thoughts, pass them to our subconscious, and they become ingrained, shaping our reality. But what if you could choose what to accept, what to discard, and what to build your life upon? What if you could consciously direct the creation of your mental home, selecting only the finest materials, rejecting anything that weakens your foundation? Your life, your reality, is nothing more than the manifestation of your thoughts, whether conscious or unconscious. Are you building your life with care, or are you haphazardly piecing together something fragile and prone to collapse? Are you filling your mind with courage, optimism, and strength, or are you letting fear and negativity corrode your potential? Imagine for a moment that your mind is a vast estate, rich with resources. A mansion filled with comfort, luxury, and power is yours for the taking, if only you have the courage to assert your heirship. But beware, for this estate demands use. It demands action. Neglect it, and you lose it. Do you have the will to take possession, to harness the immense power that lies within? You are the heir to an unimaginable force, one that transcends human heredity and physical limitations. This divine power flows through you, waiting to be unleashed. It is the source of all life, all power, and all creation. But to access it, you must open the doorways of your consciousness. Keep them open, and let the infinite flow through you. Are you willing to make that effort? Are you ready to embrace the true source of your power? The great secret is that everything you seek, everything you desire, lies within you. Circumstances, people, and events may suggest needs and opportunities, but the strength to seize them comes from within. Build your foundation upon the forces that flow directly from this infinite source, and you will never again be weak, timid, or fearful. You will be connected to omnipotence, a power that will never fade or falter. Have you ever wondered just how much of your life is controlled by forces hidden beneath the surface of your consciousness? 90%, yes, 90% of our mental life operates in the shadows, deep within the subconscious. How many of us truly harness this power? How many of us are content to live within the narrow confines of conscious thought, oblivious to the limitless potential lying dormant within? Your subconscious mind is always at work, silently processing, creating, and directing your life, whether you realize it or not. But here's the critical question. Are you merely a passive recipient of this activity, or do you consciously steer this immense power? Do you have a vision, a clear destination, and a keen awareness of the dangers ahead? Or are you simply drifting, letting the currents of circumstance dictate your path? Think about it. Your mind pervades every part of your physical body, shaped by heredity, environment, and countless influences from your past. Yet it remains pliable, capable of being directed, molded, and commanded by the more dominant portion of your mind. Do you realize the power you hold to reshape your life, to eradicate undesirable traits, and to consciously cultivate the qualities that lead to greatness? So many of us blindly accept the opinions, ideas, and prejudices of others without examination. We take these thoughts, pass them to our subconscious, and they become ingrained, shaping our reality. But what if you could choose what to accept, what to discard, and what to build your life upon? What if you could consciously direct the creation of your mental home, selecting only the finest materials, rejecting anything that weakens your foundation? Your life, your reality, is nothing more than the manifestation of your thoughts, whether conscious or unconscious. Are you building your life with care, or are you haphazardly piecing together something fragile and prone to collapse? Are you filling your mind with courage, optimism, and strength, or are you letting fear, doubt, and negativity corrode your potential? Imagine for a moment that your mind is a vast estate, rich with resources, waiting for you to claim it. A mansion filled with comfort, luck to the taking, if only you have the courage to assert your heirship. But beware, for this estate demands use. It demands action. Neglect it, and you lose it. Do you have the will to take possession, to harness the immense power that lies within? You are the heir to an unimaginable force, one that transcends human heredity and physical limitations. This divine power flows through you, waiting to be unleashed. It is the source of all life, all power, and all creation. But to access it, you must open the doorways of your consciousness. Keep them open, and let the infinite flow through you. Are you willing to make that effort? Are you ready to embrace the true source of your power? The great secret is that everything you seek, everything you desire, lies within you. Circumstances, people, and events may suggest needs and opportunities, but the strength to seize them comes from within. Build your foundation upon the forces that flow directly from this infinite source, and you will never again be weak, timid, or fearful. You will be connected to omnipotence, a power that will never fade or falter. The universal mind is a vast, mysterious force, so boundless, so powerful, that its true potential is beyond human comprehension. Its ability to create, to manifest, and to transform is unparalleled. It is not just all intelligence, but all substance. And within this mind lies the seed of every possibility, waiting to be harnessed and shaped into whatever form we desire. But how do we, mere mortals, tap into this boundless well of power and achieve the effects we crave? To understand this, consider the nature of electricity. Ask any electrician, and they will tell you that electricity is nothing more than a form of motion. Its effects, whether they manifest as heat, light, power, or music, depend entirely on the mechanism to which it is attached. The same principle applies to thought, for thought is nothing but mind in motion. And like electricity, its effects are determined by the mechanism to which it is applied. This, right here, is the secret of all mental power. It's not about the thoughts themselves. It's about the mechanism, the precision, the focus, the application. And this mechanism, this incredible piece of divine engineering that we possess, was crafted by a creator far greater than any human inventor. We marvel at the genius of Edison, Bell, and Marconi, whose inventions have rendered time, place, and space mere figures of speech. Yet have you ever truly considered the genius of the mind, the mechanism that surpasses all others? We examine the machinery that tills our fields and powers our vehicles. Yet most of us remain in utter ignorance of the greatest mechanism ever created, the human brain. Within this organ lies a world of wonder, a universe of possibilities. We live and move within a mental world that is omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. This world responds to our desires with the exact strength of our purpose and the depth of our faith. But here's the catch. Our purpose must align with the laws of our being. It must be creative, constructive, powerful. And our faith, it must generate a current strong enough to bring that purpose into reality. As thy faith is, so be it unto thee. A truth stamped with the rigor of scientific test. The effects we see in the world around us are nothing more than the actions and reactions of our thoughts upon the universal. Our brain is the conduit through which this interaction occurs. It's the mechanism that translates thought into reality. Think about that. Every piece of art that moves you, every melody that stirs your soul, every vision of beauty you cherish, they all exist within your mind first. Without the corresponding pattern in your brain, these wonders would be meaningless. Your brain is a world in itself, a universe teeming with potential. It's an embryonic cosmos, ready to evolve and expand whenever necessity demands it. Understanding this is not just a philosophical insight, it's a scientific truth. It's the key to unlocking the incredible mechanism within you, the mechanism that has the power to alter your reality. Consider the nervous system, a vast electric circuit with its own battery of cells, generating the force of life. The white matter acts as insulated wires, conveying impulses and desires through the body's mechanism. The spinal cord, that great highway of sensation and motion, channels messages to and from the brain, while the blood, coursing through veins and arteries, renews energy and strength. The structure of your body rests on this framework, all clothed in the delicate beauty of the skin. This is your temple, the temple of the living God. And you, the individual I, are given control over it. The results you achieve depend entirely on your understanding of this mechanism and how you choose to wield it. Every thought you have sets your brain cells in motion. At first, the substance of your thought resists. It doesn't want to change. But with enough refinement, enough concentration, that substance will yield, bending to your will, manifesting your desires perfectly. Your mind can exert this influence over every part of your body, eliminating any undesirable effect with precision and power. Grasp this truth, and you'll gain an understanding of the laws that govern the mental world. This knowledge is invaluable, for it sharpens your discernment, clarifies your vision, and amplifies your power. The man who looks within instead of without will inevitably harness these mighty forces that will shape his destiny and bring him into harmony with all that is strong, desirable, and good. But the key to unlocking this power lies in attention. Concentration is the most vital skill for developing mental strength. Its possibilities are so astounding that they may seem impossible to the uninitiated. But make no mistake, attention is the hallmark of every successful person. It is the highest personal achievement you can attain. Imagine the rays of the sun passing through a magnifying glass. They possess no particular strength as long as the glass is moving. But hold that glass steady. Focus those rays on a single point, and they will burn through anything. Your thoughts work the same way. Scatter them across many objects, and they lose their power. Focus them on one purpose, and nothing is impossible. Some might dismiss this as simplistic, but try it. Try concentrating your thoughts on a single object or purpose for just 10 minutes. You'll find your mind wandering, scattering, losing focus. And each time it does, the power dissipates. By the end of the 10 minutes, you'll have gained nothing. But through practice, you can develop the power of sustained attention. This power is the key to overcoming any obstacle, the key to success in any endeavor. Begin with simple exercises. Take a photograph, examine it closely, note every detail. Then close your eyes and try to recreate it in your mind. If you can see it clearly, you've succeeded. If not, try again until you can. This is the first step, the preparation of the soil. Once mastered, you'll be ready to sow the seeds of greatness. The power of attention will enable you to control your mental moods, your attitudes, your entire consciousness. Great minds know this. They withdraw from the noise of the world, retreating into silence, to plan, to think, to generate the right mental states. Successful people demonstrate this truth time and time again. It pays to stay connected to the thoughts of other successful individuals. A single idea can be worth a fortune, but only if you're receptive, only if you're in the right mental frame to receive it. The greatest minds know this. They align themselves with the universal mind, learning the unity of all things, mastering the principles of thought. This shift in thinking is transforming lives, multiplying results, and altering conditions. Circumstances and environment bend to the will of those who grow mentally and spiritually. As you evolve, so does your reality. Growth follows knowledge. Action follows inspiration. Opportunity follows perception. It is always the spiritual first, then the transformation into the infinite possibilities of achievement. You are not just an individual. You are a channel for the universal. Your possibilities are inexhaustible. Thought is the process by which you absorb the spirit of power and embed it within your consciousness. With persistent practice, these principles will become second nature, and the master key to the storehouse of universal truth will be yours. We live in a world where human suffering is driven by physical disease and mental anxiety. These torments are the result of violating natural law, but the darkness is beginning to lift. As it does, the miseries of ignorance are falling away. Knowledge is power. Understanding is freedom. And with the master key in hand, you will unlock the limitless potential of your mind, transforming your life and shaping your destiny. Have you ever stopped to consider how the images in your mind shape the reality around us? Visualization isn't just about imagining. It's about creating a mental blueprint for what is to come. This blueprint serves as the mold from which our future will take shape. But how often do we take the time to make that pattern clear, bold, and beautiful? What if we truly understood that the only limitations placed on us are the ones we set for ourselves? Our imagination is boundless, and we can draw on the infinite resources of the universe to construct our vision. We must see it in our minds so it can ever manifest in the physical world. Are we willing to put in the mental work? Because that's what it takes. Intense, focused effort that most people shy away from. It's not enough to simply think about what we want. We must visualize it with clarity and precision. This is where idealization begins. Just as an architect carefully plans every detail of a skyscraper before breaking ground, we must first design our desires with care. The plan must be solid and unwavering, for it will become the foundation upon which everything else is built. Have you ever imagined something so vividly that it felt real, even before it existed? That's the power of visualization. We can all harness it, but it requires patience and persistence. Picture what we want in detail and hold that image firmly in our mind. Gradually, we will see it take shape. The details will unfold, leading us step by step toward our goal. And once we reach that final step, materialization, what we envisioned will stand before us, fully realized. Think about this. The universe itself had to be thought into existence before it could ever become a reality. Our thoughts operate on the same principle. The difference lies only in scale. When we visualize, we're creating a mold, much like an architect or inventor. Take Nikola Tesla, for example, a man of immense intellect. He visualized every detail of his inventions before bringing them into the physical world. He didn't rush to build and then fix mistakes. He perfected the concept in his mind first. If it worked in his mind, it would work in reality. This meticulous mental process allowed him to bring some of the most incredible innovations to life without a single failure in decades. So, what about us? Are we willing to put in the mental effort to develop our vision with the same precision? Visualization is not just a fanciful daydream. It's a disciplined practice. When we follow these principles, we build confidence, faith in the unseen that drives us. Faith, combined with unwavering focus, leads to the endurance and courage needed to turn our vision into reality. Remember, thought precedes form. We must be the deliberate creators of our own thoughts to command our destiny. Repetition breeds clarity, and clarity brings manifestation. What we build in our mental world will inevitably manifest in the physical world, but we must ensure we're using the right mental materials. Just as broadcloth cannot be made from shoddy fabric, our outcomes depend on the quality of our thoughts. Our mind is a powerhouse with millions of brain cells ready to work toward our goals. But are we using this incredible resource to its full potential? Every cell in our body responds to the messages we send it, working tirelessly to manifest our desires. By leveraging the law of attraction, we can draw to us the resources we need, just as an oak tree draws the nutrients it requires to grow tall and strong. So, what will we create? The process is simple. Form the mental image, hold it firmly, and allow the ways and means to develop naturally. Supply will follow demand. The key is to desire earnestly, expect confidently, and demand resolutely. These three forces combined will bring about our desired outcome. Isn't it incredible that we possess such immense power within ourselves? Yet, isn't it also curious that we're often taught to look outward for strength? True power comes from within. By focusing on inner wisdom and truth, we tap into the source of all power, and this inner clarity manifests in our outer world. Too many of us focus on externals, money, health, success, without realizing these are just effects. The cause lies within. We must cultivate the right conditions inside ourselves, and the desired results will follow. If we focus on debt, lack, or failure, we only attract more of the same. But when we shift our focus to abundance, success, and growth, the law of attraction works in our favor. Are we ready to break free from the cycle of anxiety and impatience? We must plant our mental seeds and leave them undisturbed, trusting that they will grow in their own time. This doesn't mean inaction. It means focused, purposeful action. As opportunities arise, we must be ready to act. Thought is the fire that powers the wheel of our lives. Are we harnessing that power effectively? Let's ask ourselves, are we truly in control of our thoughts, or are we following the crowd? The majority has never led. True leaders are those who think independently, who envision new possibilities and act on them. For this week's exercise, visualize a close friend in vivid detail. Recall their features, the setting, and the last conversation we shared. Engage them in a new dialogue in our mind. Watch their expressions change as we tell a story or share an idea. This practice strengthens our imagination and sharpens our mental focus. Can we do this? If so, we are on the path to mastering our creative power. As we deepen our practice of visualization, let's take a moment to recognize the remarkable potential within this simple yet profound exercise. Every time we engage our mind in this way, we're not just imagining, we're sculpting reality. Think about it. What we visualize today becomes the blueprint for our future. And just like a master craftsman, the more we refine our vision, the closer we come to perfection. But visualization isn't just about seeing a static picture in our mind. It's about breathing life into that picture, infusing it with emotion, detail, and energy. We must feel the joy, the excitement, the sense of accomplishment, as if it has already happened. This emotional charge is what sets the wheels of creation into motion. Without it, our vision remains a mere daydream, an empty sketch with no substance. So how do we transform a mental image into something tangible? First, we must practice regularly. Consistency is key. Just as we wouldn't expect a plant to grow without sunlight and water, we can't expect our vision to materialize without nurturing it daily. We must set aside time each day to focus, to refine, and to perfect our visualization. Every moment spent doing this strengthens the connection between the image in our mind and the reality we seek to create. Next, we must align our thoughts, words, and actions with our vision. It's not enough to simply see it in our mind's eye. We must also speak as if it's already on its way and act as if we're moving toward it. This alignment between our inner and outer world creates a powerful force of attraction that draws opportunities, people, and resources to us. But here's the catch. Our vision must be clear. It must be specific. Vague desires lead to vague results. If we want success, what does that look like for us? What does it feel like? What are the details, the sights, the sounds, the experiences? The sharper our focus, the more power our visualization holds. Imagine this. Every thought we think is a seed. When we visualize, we plant that seed in the fertile soil of our subconscious mind. But just like any garden, weeds of doubt and fear can choke out the growth if we're not vigilant. It's up to us to tend to this mental garden, to weed out negative thoughts, and to water our vision with positivity, faith, and belief. We must guard our mind against anything that contradicts our visions from within us or from the world around us. And as we continue this practice, something amazing happens. We begin to attract the very circumstances, people, and resources we need to bring our vision to life. This isn't magic. It's the law of cause and effect. What we put out into the universe, we receive back in kind. Our thoughts, feelings, and actions create a magnetic field that draws to us whatever resonates with our mental and emotional state. But here's the most important part. We must be patient. We live in a world that values instant gratification, but true creation takes time. We must trust that the process is unfolding as it should, even if we can't see the results immediately. Just as we wouldn't dig up a seed every day to check if it's growing, we must resist the urge to doubt or second-guess our vision. Instead, to our belief, knowing that our efforts will bear fruit in due time. And when they do, we must be ready. Ready to seize the opportunities that come our way. Ready to take action when the moment is right. For visualization is only one part of the equation. The other part is action. Deliberate, focused, and confident action. When our vision is clear, the path forward will reveal itself, step by step. All we have to do is walk it. So as we move forward, let's commit to this process. Let's make visualization a daily habit, a practice that becomes as natural to us as breathing. Let's cultivate our mental garden with care, knowing that what we plant today will shape the reality we experience tomorrow. And above all, let's believe, truly believe, that we have the power to create the life we desire, because we do. Have you ever stopped to think about the true power of your thoughts? What if I told you that every single thought you hold contains the very principle that governs the universe itself? It's not just a fleeting idea or a passing notion. It's a creative force, a vital energy that by its nature seeks out and combines with other similar thoughts. But how do these thoughts shape our reality? And how can we harness this immense power for our own growth? Think about it. The ultimate purpose of life is growth. It's a universal truth that drives every principle underlying our existence. Every thought we entertain takes form, and the law of growth ensures that these thoughts eventually manifest in our reality. But here's the question. Are we truly aware of the power we wield through our thinking? Do we consciously choose our thoughts, or do we let them run wild, unchecked, and undirected? Let's consider this. You and I have the freedom to choose our thoughts, but the outcomes of those thoughts are governed by an unchangeable law. Persist in any line of thought, and it will inevitably shape our character, health, and circumstances. Are we willing to face the consequences of our habitual thinking, or do we seek to change the narrative? This is why developing the habit of constructive thinking is crucial. But how do we do this in a world filled with negativity and distractions? We all know it's not easy. Mental habits are as tough to break as physical ones. But imagine if we could train our minds to consistently replace destructive thoughts with constructive ones. What would happen if we made it a practice to analyze every thought we entertain? Ask yourself, is this thought beneficial? Will its manifestation bring value not only to ourselves, but to everyone it touches? If the answer is yes, hold on to that thought. Nurture it. Let it grow, for it is in harmony with the infinite, and it will bear fruit 100-fold. But if the thought is destructive or purposeless, learn to shut it out. Remember the words of George Matthews Adams. Learn to keep the door shut. Keep out of your mind, out of your office, and out of your world every element that seeks admittance with no definite helpful end in view. Now let's get real. If our environment is filled with discord, if we find ourselves surrounded by negativity, could it be that our thoughts have been critical or destructive? How can we shift our mindset to cultivate a mental attitude that attracts harmony and success? The answer lies in our imagination. Have we ever truly harnessed its power? Imagination is not just for daydreaming. It's a powerful tool for transformation. It's the light that allows us to explore new worlds of thought and experience. Think about the inventors, the discoverers, the great minds of history. How did they turn impossibilities into realities? It was through their imagination, a force so powerful that it bridged the gap between what was and what could be. How often do we use our imagination to mold the raw materials of our lives into new forms and ideals? Consider this. Before a builder constructs a building, what's the first thing needed? The plans from the architect, right? But where does the architect get those plans? From their imagination. The captain of industry, who coordinates massive corporations and thousands of employees, doesn't just wake up one day with everything in place. No, it all begins in the mind, in the imagination, where every great thing is first fashioned. Are we using our imagination to design our lives, or are we merely drifting along, letting others dictate our reality? To truly cultivate imagination, we must exercise it. Just as our muscles need physical exercise to grow, our imagination needs mental exercise. Are we feeding our imagination the nourishment it needs, or are we starving it with the mundane and routine? Don't confuse imagination with idle daydreaming. Daydreaming is a mental escape, a form of dissipation that leads nowhere. But constructive imagination, that's the mental labor that precedes every great achievement. It's hard work, yes, but the rewards are immeasurable. Here's a challenge. Are we ready to recognize that our minds are the only true creative force? This realization that mind is omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent is a game changer. Once we consciously align ourselves with this power, we take a monumental step toward our true potential. But awareness alone isn't enough. What's the next step? How do we position ourselves to receive this power that lies within us? We know that all power is internal, waiting to be developed. But how do we unlock it? Just as physical strength is gained through consistent exercise, mental strength is developed through disciplined thought. The law of attraction is clear. It brings into our lives the conditions, environments, and experiences that match our dominant mental attitude. So, what are our predominant thoughts? Not the fleeting ones that come and go, but the deep-seated beliefs that shape our daily lives. Here's a truth that's hard to swallow. We can't entertain weak, negative thoughts all day and then expect to transform our lives with just a few minutes of positive thinking. Real power, the kind that changes lives, comes from within. But first, we must recognize and claim it. Are we ready to do that? Are we ready to affirm our oneness with this power, to integrate it into our consciousness until it becomes an inseparable part of us? So many people say they want an abundant life, but what does that really mean? Is it just about physical health, proper diet, or avoiding drafts? Or is there a deeper truth? When we affirm our connection with all life, something remarkable happens. We gain clarity, energy, and the vitality of youth. We tap into the source of all power. But how often do we truly affirm this connection? All mistakes stem from ignorance. But what if we could gain knowledge, and with it, power? This is spiritual power, the force at the heart of everything. It's the soul of the universe, and it's within us. But how do we access it? It begins with our ability to think, to cultivate thoughts that drive our conscious evolution. The moment we stop advancing in our thoughts and ideals, we begin to decay. Do we want to thrive, or are we content to let our forces disintegrate? Successful people don't just dream. They hold on to their ideals with unwavering focus. They know that thoughts are the materials with which they build their reality, and imagination is their workshop. Mind is the force that attracts the right people and circumstances to materialize their vision. Are we faithful to our ideals? Do we hold on to them with the conviction that they will become reality? When we are, the universe responds. Circumstances align, and we hear the call to action. Our fidelity to our ideals determines the results. It's through this unwavering focus that we weave a life of spirit and power, a life protected from harm, a life that attracts opulence and harmony. This is the essence of living a charmed life. And here's the bigger picture. This truth is spreading, gradually permeating the collective consciousness. It's responsible for the unrest we see around us as people begin to awaken to their true power. Let's put this into practice. Last week, we created a mental image, bringing it from the invisible into the visible. This week, let's reverse the process. Take any object and trace it back to its origin. What will you discover? By doing this, we develop imagination, insight, perception, and sagacity. Are we content with superficial observation, or do we want to see the deeper truth? On what we see are merely effects, not causes. Do we want to be among the few? For instance, visualize a battleship. See it in all its might and power. But how did it come to be? Trace it back, step by step, from the steel plates to the foundries, from the ore to the mines, from the architects to the original thought in someone's mind. What do you find? Our thoughts are responsible for creating our reality, just as they were responsible for the creation of the battleship. This exercise of thought reveals something profound: the significance of seemingly insignificant things. When we train our minds to look below the surface, everything changes. What once seemed unimportant now becomes vital. Every moment, whether we realize it or not, we are wielding a creative force. This force operates with precision, responding to our dominant thoughts and beliefs, regardless of whether we consciously direct it or not. But what happens when we begin to consciously harness this force? When we truly understand that our mind is a magnet, drawing to us the essence of what we consistently think about. Let's break this down. The universe operates on laws that are immutable, unbiased, and constant. Among these laws is the law of attraction, which, like gravity, works with unfailing accuracy. When we entertain a thought, that thought emits a frequency, a vibration that aligns with similar vibrations in the universe. Over time, this alignment brings about the circumstances, people, and events that match the essence of that thought. The question then becomes, are our thoughts aligned with what we truly desire, or are we unknowingly attracting outcomes that we would rather avoid? Imagine for a moment that your mind is a garden. Each thought is a seed. What are you planting? Are you sowing seeds of abundance, health, and success? Or are you allowing weeds, thoughts of fear, doubt, and limitation, to take root? The garden doesn't discriminate. It will grow whatever is planted. The soil, like the universal laws, is impartial. But the gardener, you, holds the power to choose what is cultivated. This is where conscious thought comes into play. Are you ready to take full responsibility for your mental garden? It's a heavy responsibility, isn't it? But it's also liberating. Once we accept that our thoughts are the seeds of our future, we gain unparalleled power over our destiny. We no longer need to feel like victims of circumstance, tossed about by the whims of fate. Instead, we become creators, architects of our own lives. But this power comes with a challenge: maintaining the discipline to cultivate constructive thoughts consistently, especially when negativity surrounds us. How do we stay vigilant and prevent the seeds of doubt from taking root? The answer lies in focus, laser-like, unwavering focus on the ideal life we wish to create. This is not about daydreaming or wishful thinking. It's about deliberate, intentional visualization combined with a steadfast belief that our thoughts will manifest. Visualization is where imagination comes into play. It's the process of mentally designing the life we want to live, seeing it clearly in our mind's eye, and holding on to that vision with unshakable conviction. But how often do we let our imagination run free? Are we willing to dream big, to stretch the boundaries of what we believe is possible? Let's explore this further. Imagination is the workshop of the mind, the place where all things are created. But unlike the physical world, where we are bound by time and space, imagination knows no limits. In the realm of thought, we are free to explore, create, and bring to life whatever we desire. But there's a catch. The world we create in our minds must align with the laws of growth and harmony. Otherwise, it remains a fantasy, a fleeting dream that never materializes. How can we ensure that our mental creations are grounded in these principles? It begins with clarity of purpose, and clarity of vision. When we are clear about what we want, our thoughts naturally align with that vision. But clarity alone isn't enough. We must also believe in our ability to achieve it. This belief is what turns thought into reality. It's the fuel that powers our imagination and drives us to take action. Without belief, our thoughts lack the energy needed to manifest. But when belief is strong, nothing can stand in our way. Do we truly believe in our vision? Do we trust in our ability to bring it to life? But here's the thing. Belief isn't static. It's dynamic, constantly evolving, based on our experiences, environment, and mindset. This is why it's crucial to guard our thoughts and surround ourselves with influences that reinforce our belief in success. Negative influences, whether they come from others or from within, can erode our belief, weakening the connection between thought and manifestation. Are we vigilant in protecting our mental environment, or do we allow negativity to seep in unnoticed? To maintain belief, we must also cultivate patience. The law of growth requires time. Just as a seed doesn't become a tree overnight, our thoughts need time to mature and bear fruit. This is where many falter. They lose faith when results aren't immediate. But true belief endures. It remains steadfast, even when there's no visible evidence that progress is being made. This is the essence of faith, the ability to hold on to our vision regardless of external circumstances. Do we have the patience to let our thoughts grow, or are we quick to abandon them at the first sign of delay? As we strengthen our belief, we must also refine our imagination. Imagination is the engine of creation. But how do we direct our imagination? How do we ensure that it works for us, not against us? The key is intention. Every time we engage our imagination, we must do so with a clear intention in mind. What do we want to achieve? What are we trying to create? By setting a clear intention, we give our imagination a purpose, a direction to follow. This turns idle daydreaming into constructive visualization, a process that not only inspires us, but also guides our actions. Are we clear on our intentions, or do we let our imagination wander aimlessly? Finally, let's consider the role of action. Thought and imagination are powerful, but they are only the beginning. To manifest our vision, we must take action. This is where many stumble. They dream, they visualize, but they don't take the necessary steps to bring their vision to life. Why? Often, it's because they lack the courage to act. Fear holds them back, keeping them trapped in the realm of thought, never allowing their dreams to materialize. But what if we could overcome that fear? What if we could turn our thoughts into action, confidently stepping forward into the unknown? Action is the bridge between thought and reality. It's the process by which we bring our mental creations into the physical world. But action requires courage. The courage to face uncertainty, to take risks, and to persist in the face of challenges. Without action, our thoughts remain just that, thoughts. But with action, they become real, tangible experiences that shape our lives. Are we willing to act on our thoughts? Are we ready to step out of our comfort zone and take the necessary steps to manifest our vision? In the end, the journey of thought and imagination is a journey of self-discovery. It's about realizing our potential, understanding our power, and taking responsibility for our lives. It's about moving from a passive observer of life to an active creator of our own destiny. But it all begins with a single thought, a single idea that, when nurtured and believed in, can transform our world. The power is within us. The question is, are we ready to use it? Our journey through life often centers around three essential desires that seem to govern our existence: health, wealth, and love. Have you ever stopped to wonder where these things truly come from? What if I told you that everything we seek in the world outside already exists within us, waiting to be unlocked? The key lies in connecting to the omnipotent power we each possess, our inner mechanism, which can bring forth anything we desire. Let's break it down. Health, wealth, and love. These are the pillars of a fulfilling life, aren't they? Who among us wouldn't agree that health is the foundation of our happiness? Without it, even the simplest pleasures are overshadowed by pain and discomfort. But what about wealth? Some might argue that it's not essential, but deep down, we know that a sufficient supply is necessary for a life free of worry. Yet what counts as enough varies from person to person. Nature itself shows us abundance, lavish, overflowing, unrestrained. So why do we often experience lack? Could it be that we've accepted an artificial way of thinking, limiting ourselves through a faulty distribution of our mental energy? And then there's love. It's the one thing that most of us would agree is either the first or final key to our happiness. What more could we ask for if we possess health, wealth, and love? These three elements are intertwined with the very essence of life. And when we grasp them fully, nothing is missing from our cup of joy. But how do we connect to this boundless source of health, wealth, and love? The answer lies in our thinking. Our thoughts are the mechanism that attaches us to the infinite, the universal mind. The way we think determines our reality. When we think accurately, when we align ourselves with the truth, we step into what can only be described as the secret place of the Most High. What is this truth, you ask? It's the fundamental principle that underlies every action, every interaction, every relationship. Knowing this truth, being certain of it, gives us a sense of stability in a world filled with doubt and chaos. It's a satisfaction like no other. But how do we come to know the truth? How do we ensure that our thoughts are aligned with it, connecting us to that limitless power we seek? Consider this. If we align our thoughts with the truth, we tap into a power so immense that it will sweep away every form of discord, doubt, or error. Imagine being so in tune with this truth that nothing can stand in our way. The smallest of minds can foresee success when based on truth, but even the mightiest intellect stumbles when rooted in falsehood. If our actions don't resonate with truth, the consequences are inevitable: discord and eventual loss. But what does it mean to know the truth? How do we apply this truth to our lives to harness the infinite power it offers? Let's explore together. Our journey begins with understanding that the I within us is spiritual, and that all spirit is one. This realization alone can transform our health. Each cell in our body responds to our thoughts. If we focus on sickness, we manifest sickness. But if we focus on perfection, we manifest perfection. What if we all affirmed, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy? What would happen if we truly believed it? This affirmation is not just a positive statement. It's a scientific truth. Thought is spiritual energy, and spirit is creative. Holding the right thoughts leads to conditions that align with those thoughts. If we need wealth, we must recognize that the I within us is one with the universal mind, which is all substance and power. This awareness triggers the law of attraction, aligning us with the forces that bring success and prosperity. Visualization is the mechanism we use to bring our desires into reality. It's more than just seeing. It's creating with the imagination, a product of our inner world. What we visualize grows and manifests in our physical world. This process is flawless, crafted by the master architect of all things. But let's not forget that the operator, us, must learn and practice to achieve mastery. If love is what we seek, we must give it first. The more love we pour out, the more we attract. To become a magnet for love, we must fill ourselves with it until it overflows into every aspect of our being. What does it mean to connect the greatest spiritual truths with the so-called lesser things of life? It means solving our problems by bringing these truths into every situation. We are inspired when we engage with great ideas, great events, great people. By doing so, we tap into eternal truths, the power of the universal mind. But what about real-world examples? Let's take a moment to reflect on the experiences of others who have put these principles to the test. Their stories demonstrate the transformative power of these truths in action. For instance, consider the story of Frederick Elias Andrews, who faced an overwhelming battle for his health. Against all odds, he defied the grim predictions of his doctors and achieved a miraculous recovery through the power of affirmation. He repeatedly affirmed, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy, until it became his reality. His story serves as a powerful reminder that our thoughts shape our destiny. The real challenge lies in our daily lives. How do we entertain only the good thoughts and reject the negative ones? It's a constant battle, but it's one we can win. The key is to replace the negative with the positive immediately. When darkness creeps in, we combat it with light. When cold surrounds us, we overcome it with warmth. Likewise, When negativity threatens, we affirm the good, and the bad fades away. If we require health, wealth, or love, we must embrace this affirmation. It's a spiritual method that's always within reach, ready to be called upon whenever we need it. Spirit is omnipresent, ever willing to bestow its gifts upon us, if we recognize its omnipotence and open ourselves to receive. Our thoughts are the cause. Our environment is the effect. This is the law of attraction at work. As we think, so shall we experience. This law has been recognized throughout history, in every age, and in every culture. As thy faith is, so be it unto thee. This ancient wisdom continues to guide us today. Let's put this into practice with a simple exercise. Visualize a plant, perhaps your favorite flower. Imagine it growing from a tiny seed into a full bloom, vibrant and fragrant. Concentrate on every detail: the roots, the stem, the leaves, the petals. This act of visualization teaches us to focus, to bring our desires from the unseen into the seen. Whether it's health, wealth, love, or any other goal, the process is the same. Every success in life comes from persistent concentration on our goals. When we master our thoughts, when we align them with truth, we unlock the infinite power within us. This is the path to true fulfillment, the path that leads us to health, wealth, love, and a life overflowing with abundance. Welcome to another transmission from Grimace. By choosing to watch this video, you have tapped into a message distinctly meant for you. We are at a pivotal moment in history where certain individuals are awakening to their intrinsic potential. These individuals are beginning to grasp the profound impact of their thoughts and are learning how this immense power can actively shape their reality. This select group is breaking free from the restrictive mental chains that society often imposes, empowering them to pursue and achieve unparalleled success in various aspects of their lives. This video is a call to those who sense that there's more to life than conforming to the conventional paths laid before them. It is for those who dare to dream bigger, think broader, and aim higher. If you've ever felt that you're meant for something greater, that your thoughts have the power to manifest a reality beyond the ordinary, then you're part of this unique awakening. Have you ever paused to consider the true source of your achievements and aspirations? What if I told you that there is no goal beyond our reach, no purpose that cannot be realized through a deep scientific understanding of the creative power of thought? Yes, it's our thinking that molds our reality, propelling us forward or pulling us back. But how often do we truly harness this power effectively? The power to think is a gift bestowed upon all of humanity. It is the essence of our existence. Our power to think is boundless, and therefore, so is our potential to create. Yet despite this infinite capacity, we often find ourselves entangled in fear, anxiety, and discouragement. Why do these negative forces have such a hold on us, pushing our dreams and desires further away? The journey forward is not a passive one. It demands persistence. Eternal vigilance is indeed the price of success. To navigate this journey, 3 fundamental steps must be embraced. First, recognize the magnitude of our inherent power. Second, muster the courage to pursue our aspirations. And third, cultivate unwavering faith to act upon our desires. Imagine constructing the life you've always envisioned. An ideal career, a nurturing home, and a circle of supportive friendships. All of this is within our reach, because thought is not confined by physical limits or costs. It draws upon an infinite reservoir, giving us access to boundless resources. Yet, how precise are our ideals? A shifting vision, constantly changing from one day to the next, scatters our energies and yields nothing but confusion and waste. Consider a sculptor with marble and chisel in hand, switching visions every quarter hour. What masterpiece could possibly emerge from such fickleness? This analogy reflects our own lives, when we lack decisiveness and clarity in our thoughts. The repercussions of such indecision often manifest as lost opportunities and vanished wealth, revealing that material riches provide no real security. True independence and power come only through mastering the creative potential of our thoughts. To wield this power effectively, we must align ourselves with immutable, universal principles. We cannot alter the fundamental laws of the universe, but by understanding and adapting to these laws, we tap into a stream of limitless potential. This alignment with the universal mind, the omnipresent force of intelligence, is the true measure of our success. Yet, many are drawn to the allure of less wholesome paths littered with the debris of negative thinking and misguided pursuits like materialization seances or dangerous practices such as hypnotism. These routes offer fleeting satisfaction and are ultimately detrimental, draining us of our vital energies and leaving us empty. The true power of thought, untainted and properly understood, acts not only as a remedy for past errors, but as a shield against future perils. It is a creative force capable of transforming our lives and environments. This power operates through the law of attraction, a principle as old and as certain as the universe itself, governed by the universal force of love. Love and thought combined create an unstoppable force, molding the physical to reflect the mental. Understanding this, we recognize the necessity of imbuing every thought with truth, allowing the law of growth to manifest positivity in our lives. The principle that empowers thought to effect real change is the same principle that binds atoms, forms stars, and weaves the fabric of the universe, the law of love. If we are to harness this formidable power, we must first create the mental framework to hold and understand. This process requires us to build new pathways in our minds through focused attention and concentration. As we sit in silence, letting go of the physical and mental clutter, we align ourselves with the omnipotent power of the subconscious. It is here, in the deep silence, learn the unalterable laws and discover the pathways to true mastery and fulfillment. This week, let us find a quiet place, maintain a relaxed posture, and open ourselves to the infinite potential that awaits our command. In doing so, we realize that the power to shape our destiny lies within, accessible through the clarity of our thoughts and the purity of our intentions. Visualizing your ideal, your desired future, is a potent tool, not just in personal development, but in manifesting the very life you aspire to lead. But how do we refine and harness this tool to ensure its effectiveness? Let's delve deeper into this transformative practice, expanding on the foundational concepts we've explored. The first step to effective visualization is crystal clear clarity. The more detailed and vivid our mental image, the more powerful the impact on our subconscious mind. Imagine not just outcomes, but processes. If our goal is to build a successful business, we visualize not only the end result, a bustling office, satisfied clients, but also the daily operations, the interactions with staff, This level of detail adds depth to our visualizations, making our subconscious more receptive to these ideas and better at spotting opportunities to make them a reality. Like any skill, visualization gets better with practice. Our brain's neural pathways strengthen with repeated use. By visualizing our goals regularly, we reinforce these pathways, making our visions clearer and more attainable over time. We should set aside a regular time each day for visualization exercises. This consistency turns a simple practice into a powerful ritual. Visualization isn't just about seeing, it's about feeling. The emotional response we generate during our visualization exercises can significantly amplify their effectiveness. When we visualize achieving our goals, we immerse ourselves in the feelings that accompany the success: joy, pride, satisfaction. This emotional engagement signals to our brain that these visualizations align with our core values and desires, making us more likely to pursue these outcomes actively. To make our visualizations even more vivid, we should engage all our senses. If we're visualizing opening a cafe, for example, don't just see the interior. Smell the coffee, hear the chatter of the customers, feel the warmth of the morning sun streaming through the window, taste the rich flavor of freshly baked pastries. Engaging all senses makes our vision more lifelike and our brain more likely to treat it as a real memory, thus enhancing the motivation to turn it into reality. One advanced technique in visualization involves anticipating challenges and visualizing solutions. While maintaining a positive outlook is crucial, realism brings resilience. We imagine facing potential obstacles and then overcoming them. This not only prepares us psychologically to deal with challenges, but also helps refine our strategies and strengthens our commitment to our goals. Understanding and aligning our visualizations with universal laws, such as the law of attraction, can multiply their effectiveness. We ensure that our goals are harmonious with our personal values and the greater good. Visualization that is congruent with universal principles of positivity, growth, and love invites broader support from the cosmos, facilitating a smoother path to success. Finally, we integrate our visualization practice into our daily life. We let our visualized ideals inform our daily decisions and interactions. If we visualized ourselves as a confident, assertive leader in our business, we start adopting those behaviors in our daily work. This not only reinforces our visualizations, but also starts to shift our reality, aligning it more closely with our ideal vision. By expanding our understanding and application of visualization, we can transform it from a mere exercise into a powerful catalyst for personal and professional transformation. This continuous loop of envisioning, feeling, and acting, grounded in a deep understanding of the creative power of thought, paves the way for a life that is not only imagined, but also realized in its fullest expression. Imagine a world where every event, every phenomenon, and every reality you know is just the surface of something deeper, something darker, something waiting to be uncovered. The rare, the strange, the extraordinary. These are not just exceptions. They are the keys to unlocking the truth. They are the cracks in the facade that reveal the raw, unfiltered power at work beneath the surface of our lives. Think of a volcanic eruption. It's not just a fiery spectacle. It's a violent reminder of the seething, relentless heat deep within the earth, shaping everything we know. Or lightning. Do you think it's just a flash in the sky? No. It's a glimpse into the relentless energy that constantly alters the world around us. These events are not random. They are messages, signs of the immense forces that govern our reality. And yet most people choose to ignore them, to live in ignorance. But not us. We are the ones who seek out these truths, who aren't afraid to stare into the abyss and demand answers. The very discoveries that have propelled humanity forward into the depths of the sea, into the skies, into the very fabric of space and time, have come from those who dared to explore the unknown. And it all starts with the willingness to question, to investigate the rare and the exceptional. Over 2 centuries ago, Lord Bacon shattered the chains of superstition and ignorance. He gave us a method, a weapon, rooted in reason and experience. But it's more than that. It's a call to arms, to focus not on the heavens, but on the earth, to rip away the illusions that blind us and see the world for what it truly is, a battlefield of forces, waiting to be harnessed. Do you understand what this means? The ancients spoke of gods and fate, but we know better. We've taken their primitive tools and evolved them, using the power of observation, experimentation, and ruthless logic to uncover the true nature of reality. We've lengthened life, cured diseases, and conquered the elements. But that's just the beginning. Our progress in inductive science has shown us that the greater our success, the more we must scrutinize every detail, every fact, every anomaly. We must dissect the world with the precision of a surgeon, with the cold detachment of a hunter stalking its prey. We must not fear the unknown, but embrace it. For it is in the darkness that the most powerful truths lie hidden. When you see something extraordinary, do you dismiss it as impossible? Do you write it off as supernatural? No. That's what the weak do. We are not weak. We know that every phenomenon, no matter how strange, has a cause, a law, a force that can be understood, manipulated, and controlled. If someone possesses an unusual power, don't turn away in disbelief. Recognize that it's the power of thought, the ultimate creative force, manifesting in the world. Your thoughts are not just fleeting whims. They are the architects of your reality. Fear disaster will follow. Crave wealth, and wealth will find you. But here's the twist. When you finally grasp what you've sought for so long, the satisfaction will be hollow. Because the true prize isn't in the things you acquire. It's in the mastery of the forces that bring them to you. So, what should you really desire? Happiness? Harmony? No. Those are illusions, distractions for the weak. You must desire power, control over your reality, over your mind, over the very fabric of the universe. Health, strength, wealth. These are tools, not goals. Tools that you will use to dominate your world. But how do you achieve this power? Not by idle dreaming, but by relentless action. You must practice. You must push yourself beyond your limits, beyond the point of comfort, beyond fear. Just as an athlete builds muscle through pain and exertion, you will build your reality through focused, deliberate thought. Give nothing, and you will receive nothing. Give your mind, your will, your very soul to the pursuit of power, and the universe will bend to your will. But understand this, thought alone is not enough. Thought must be harnessed, directed, and unleashed with purpose. Idle thinking is for the weak, the lost. But we, will engage in constructive thinking, thought that tears down walls, breaks chains, and reshapes the world in our image. Remember, everything you desire comes through the law of attraction, a dark, powerful law that demands change from within before it alters the world around you. Change your mind, and the universe will change to match it. Project your thoughts into the universal substance, the very foundation of all creation, and watch as reality itself bends to your will. Do not be foolish enough to believe that you, a mere human, can dictate the terms to the infinite. But do recognize that by aligning yourself with the omnipotent, omniscient universal mind, you become its channel. Through you, the infinite can bring about your deepest desires. Recognition is the first step to realization. Understand that you are not separate from the whole. You are a part of it, a piece of the infinite puzzle. And as such, you have access to the same power that governs the universe. When this truth penetrates your consciousness, when you truly realize that you, yes, you, are an integral part of the creative force that shapes reality, you will no longer be bound by the limitations of your body or your mind. You will stand with the Creator, with the universal mind, and declare, "The Father and I are one." And in that moment, the doors to limitless potential will swing wide open, revealing the boundless opportunities that lie at your feet. What will you do with this power? What will you create, destroy, or reshape? The choice is yours. But know this, the path ahead is not for the faint of heart. It is a journey into the darkest corners of the mind, where fear and doubt must be conquered, where the weak are left behind. But if you dare to take that journey, if you dare to master the forces that shape our reality, then nothing can stop you. The universe itself will bow before your will. Imagine for a moment the universal energy that underlies every motion, every flicker of light, every surge of heat, and every splash of color in existence. This energy is not confined by the limits of the effects it produces. Instead, it reigns supreme, serving as the source of all power, wisdom, and intelligence. But have you ever asked yourself, what would it mean to truly recognize this intelligence, to connect with this boundless power? By aligning yourself with this infinite wisdom, you can tap into the universal substance, bringing its influence to bear on every aspect of your life. But here's the thing, most people, even the most educated, haven't even begun to explore this field of discovery. It's as if they're still in the dark, unaware that wisdom is just as omnipresent as the forces they study. So why, you might wonder, if these principles are true, are we not all living in perfect harmony? Why don't we see these truths reflected in our daily lives? The answer is simple. We get results that match our understanding of the laws that govern the universe and our ability to apply them. Just as no one harnessed the power of electricity until the laws behind it were understood and applied, so too must we learn to apply these universal principles to our lives. This realization opens up a world of possibilities, a new relationship with our environment that we've never dreamed of. Mind, after all, is inherently creative. But remember, this creative power doesn't originate within us as individuals. It flows from the universal mind, the source of all energy and substance. We are merely the channels through which this energy manifests, shaping the reality around us. Think about how scientists have broken down matter into its most basic components: molecules, atoms, and electrons. These electrons, tiny as they are, exist everywhere, filling all of space. They are the building blocks of everything in the universe, but they would remain mere potential without direction. And that direction comes from mind. Mind assembles these electrons into atoms, atoms into molecules, and molecules into the vast array of compounds that form the universe. Consider this: electrons, the smallest known particles, are pure negative electricity, moving at the same incredible speed as light, 186,000 miles per second. They permeate everything, including our very bodies, manifesting as cells that possess enough intelligence to perform their roles in our anatomy. These cells work together in perfect harmony, building, repairing, and defending the body, each with its own specific function. But what gives these cells their intelligence? It's the negative mind within them, what we often refer to as the subconscious mind. And here's the profound truth: this subconscious mind is under the influence of our conscious mind. We, through our thoughts, have the power to direct this vast, unseen force. This is the scientific basis for what many call metaphysical healing, a phenomenon grounded in the reality that our thoughts shape our physical condition. Everything begins in the mind. The world we see, the reality we experience, is a direct result of our thoughts. And just as thought creates, thought can also erase. If you can accept that everything originates in the mind, you can begin to understand how experiments in both mental and natural science elevate humanity, pushing us closer to our ultimate potential. Every man is a reflection of the thoughts he has harbored throughout his life. His face, his form, his character, and even his environment bear the imprint of these thoughts. Trace any effect back to its source, and you'll find the creative principle from which it sprang. This understanding is now widely accepted, but few truly grasp its power. The objective world is controlled by an invisible force, an essence that permeates all existence. Many have personalized this force, calling it God, but we now understand it as the infinite, the universal mind. This universal mind is omnipotent and omnipresent, with unlimited resources. And here's the kicker: we are expressions of this mind. When you grasp the significance of this, when you recognize that the subconscious mind connects directly with the universal mind, you realize that the conscious mind can influence the limitless power of the universe. Imagine the potential this unlocks. There is no limit to what you can achieve. Understanding this principle sheds light on the incredible results often attributed to the power of prayer. These results aren't due to divine intervention, but rather the operation of a natural law. There's nothing mystical about it. It's simply the power of thought in action. Yet, despite this knowledge, many still resist the discipline required to think correctly. They continue to allow negative thoughts to shape their lives, even though it's clear that wrong thinking leads to failure. Thought is the only true reality. Everything else is just a manifestation. Change your thoughts, and your world must change to align with them. But remember, your thoughts must be clear, steady, and unwavering. You cannot expect to undo years of negative thinking with a few minutes of positive thought. Real change requires deliberate, sustained effort. You must commit fully, with no turning back, if you want to see a radical transformation in your life. This discipline will not only bring you the material things you need for your well-being, but it will also cultivate health and harmony in every aspect of your life. If you desire harmony in your world, you must first develop a harmonious mental attitude. Your external world will always be a reflection of your internal state. It's essential to understand that the practice of concentrating on harmony is not a passive endeavor. This is not just about thinking happy thoughts or hoping for a heart free from turmoil and a spirit aligned with your highest aspirations. Picture it vividly. Feel it in every fiber of your being. This is the kind of focus I'm talking about. The kind of focus that leaves no room for doubt or distraction. You see, the universal mind responds to clarity and conviction. It doesn't respond to half-hearted wishes or fleeting whims. It demands that you be all in, that your desire for harmony permeates every thought, every action, every moment of your day. When you reach this level of concentration, the universe has no choice but to rearrange itself to reflect the harmony you've established within. Beware, this path is not for the faint of heart. It requires more than just a casual commitment. It requires a relentless determination, a willingness to confront the darkest corners of your mind and bring them into the light. You will face resistance, not just from the outside world, but from within. Your old patterns of thought, the ones that have kept you stuck in cycles of chaos and discord, will fight to maintain their hold. So how will you respond? Will you give in to the comfort of familiarity? Or will you push through, knowing that on the other side of that struggle lies a life of unprecedented peace and power? The choice is yours, but understand this: your world without will always be a mirror of your world within. If you want to change the reflection, you must first change the source. Let's take it a step further. Think about the power of creation. Every thought you hold, every belief you entertain, is like a seed planted in the fertile ground of your subconscious mind. What kind of seeds have you been planting? Are they seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation? Or are they seeds of possibility, abundance, and harmony? Whatever you plant, that is what will grow. And here's the crucial part. Once you plant these seeds, you must nurture them with consistent, positive thought. Just as a gardener tends to his crops, you must tend to your mind, weeding out the negative influences and ensuring that your focus remains sharp and unwavering. Only then will your garden of life flourish. But what about the obstacles, the moments of doubt, the setbacks, the failures? They are inevitable. But here's the secret. These challenges are not signs of failure. They are tests of your commitment. The universe is asking you, how badly do you want this? How far are you willing to go to create the life you desire? And your answer, through your thoughts and actions, will determine your success. This is where many falter. They take a step forward, only to retreat at the first sign of resistance. They expect instant results, forgetting that the most powerful transformations are those that occur slowly, steadily, over time. You must be patient. You must trust the process. You must keep your eyes fixed on the goal, no matter how distant it may seem. Remember, the discipline you develop through this process will serve you in all areas of your life. It will bring you not only the material things you need, but also the health, peace of mind that are essential for true happiness. It will transforming your relationships, your career,